Welcome to Epic World History. From the hidden canyon of the Sick to the golden glow of the Treasury, Petra tells a story of human ingenuity, culture, and faith. Carved into red sandstone cliffs, this ancient city flourished under the Nabateans, survived Roman and Byzantine influence, and endured the silence of centuries. Hidden deep in the red sandstone cliffs of southern Jordan, Petra stood forgotten for centuries. Known as the Lost City, it was once a bustling hub of trade and culture. Carved directly into the rose-colored rock, its temples, tombs, and facades gleamed under the desert sun. The ancient Nabateans, masters of engineering and water management, built this wonder amid one of Earth's harshest landscapes. When Swiss explorer Johann Ludwig Burckhardt rediscovered it in 1812, the world was stunned by its majesty. Petra became a symbol of human creativity and endurance, a living monument to a civilization that thrived in silence long before modern times. The journey into the heart of Petra begins along the Sick, a narrow, twisting canyon stretching nearly a mile through the desert. Towering cliffs rise on either side, their surfaces painted in striking shades of red, pink, and gold, glowing under the desert sun. For travelers in ancient times, this passage was both awe-inspiring and enigmatic, a corridor of wonder leading to secrets hidden within the cliffs. Ingenious Nabatean engineers carved channels into the canyon walls, channeling rainwater safely into the city, a testament to their remarkable mastery of water and architecture. As sunlight filters through the tight gaps, the Treasury gradually comes into view, its ornate façade appearing almost like a vision from a dream. For centuries, whispers alone spoke of a lost city lying just beyond these towering walls, concealed deep in Jordan's rugged desert landscape. Long before the might of Rome or Byzantium reached this land, the Nabateans were flourishing in the harsh deserts of Arabia. Once nomadic traders, they evolved into masterful city builders, turning survival in one of the driest regions on Earth into an art form. By strategically controlling caravan routes connecting Arabia, Egypt, and Syria, they amassed remarkable wealth, trading in incense, spices, silk, and precious stones. Petra, their capital, reflected their prosperity and vision. The Nabateans were not only skilled architects and sculptors, but also ingenious hydrologists, designing a city that seamlessly blended Greek, Egyptian, and local artistic influences. Every façade, tomb, and channel demonstrated their mastery over both the natural world and the commerce that sustained them. Petra was more than a home. It was a testament to human ingenuity thriving in the heart of the desert. Emerging from the winding passage of the Sick, visitors are immediately confronted with Petra's most celebrated structure, Al-Khazneh, known as the Treasury. This monumental façade rises nearly 130 feet, carved entirely from a single rose-red sandstone cliff. While legends whispered that it once housed the treasures of pharaohs, it most likely served as a royal tomb. Its intricate Corinthian columns, detailed statues, and elaborate friezes reveal the profound influence of Hellenistic art, demonstrating the Nabateans' ability to embrace foreign styles while preserving their own cultural identity. As sunlight touches its surface at dawn and again at dusk, the treasury glows with ever-changing hues of gold and pink, highlighting every carved detail. Petra was not only a city of stone, but also a triumph of water engineering. In a desert where rainfall was rare and unpredictable, the Nabateans developed sophisticated channels, underground cisterns, and aqueducts to capture and store every precious drop of rain. These systems supplied water for drinking, bathing, and irrigation, sustaining tens of thousands of residents who called Petra home. Carved rock basins and hidden underground storage chambers demonstrate their ingenious solutions to the scarcity of water, turning potential drought into reliable abundance. The city's remarkable prosperity rested entirely on this mastery of nature's most vital resource. Beyond the treasury lies a valley filled with grand façades and royal tombs, each carved into the cliffs with breathtaking precision. The Nabatean elite were buried here, their tombs decorated with columns, niches, and intricate patterns. These stone structures weren't just graves, they were eternal monuments celebrating life, status, and devotion. The urn tomb, the silk tomb, and the palace tomb display the Nabateans' ability to turn lifeless rock into poetry. The colors swirl from red to violet to orange as the sun moves, giving the city a living heartbeat. In this necropolis, death and beauty became one, preserving the soul of an ancient wonder. By the 1st century AD, Rome's influence reached even Petra. When Emperor Trajan annexed Nabatea in 106 AD, Petra became part of the Roman province Arabia Petrea. The city's architecture began to change Roman colonnades. Arches and amphitheaters appeared, blending Western grandeur with Eastern grace. Yet, despite Roman control, the Nabatean spirit endured. Trade continued to flow, and Petra remained a vital crossroads of civilizations. The city adapted, merging its desert roots with imperial style. In this fusion, Petra's beauty only deepened, proving that even under conquest, art and identity can survive. Over time, the ancient trade routes shifted. The rise of sea trade through the Red Sea and political instability across Arabia weakened Petra's importance. Earthquakes in the 4th and 6th centuries further damaged its structures. By the time the Islamic empires rose, Petra had faded from maps and memory. Once a hub of wealth and culture, it became a ghost city abandoned to silence and sand. Only Bedouin tribes remained, living among the ruins and guarding its secrets. The city that once connected continents slowly vanished, swallowed by time itself. In 1812, Swiss explorer Johann Ludwig Burckhardt disguised himself as an Arab pilgrim and ventured into the forbidden valleys of southern Jordan. Guided by local Bedouins, he finally stood before the treasury, the lost city of Petra revealed once again. His discovery electrified Europe. Scholars, adventurers, and artists soon followed, each captivated by its beauty. Drawings, writings, and photographs brought Petra to the modern world's attention. The lost city had been found and its legend rekindled. What had slept beneath the desert for centuries now stood as proof of the enduring power of human artistry and mystery. Throughout the 19th and 20th centuries, archaeologists from around the world came to Petra to unearth its secrets. Excavations revealed temples, marketplaces, homes, and an advanced water system that spoke of a highly organized society. Each artifact told a story of trade, religion, and daily life in the ancient Middle East. Scholars pieced together the lost language of the Nabateans, reading their inscriptions carved in stone. The city slowly came back to life, one discovery at a time. Petra was no longer just a romantic ruin. It was a living chapter of Middle Eastern history, reborn through science and dedication. Far beyond the bustling heart of Petra lies the monastery Al-Dir, one of the city's largest and most breathtaking monuments. Standing high in the mountains, it was carved from a single cliff and measures nearly 150 feet tall. Though its name suggests a Christian monastery, it was originally a Nabatean temple, later reused by Byzantine monks. To reach it, travelers must climb hundreds of steps carved into the rock, a pilgrimage through history itself. When the sun sets behind its façade, the stone burns gold, reminding all who visit that time may fade civilizations, but beauty endures forever. High above the city, on a plateau overlooking Petra, lies the high place of sacrifice. Here, the Nabateans performed religious rituals, offering incense and animals to their gods. The altar, carved directly into the mountain, provided sweeping views of the valleys below, perhaps symbolizing a link between heaven and earth. This sacred site reveals how spirituality was woven into the very fabric of Petra's landscape. The Nabateans didn't just build a city, they shaped their beliefs into stone. At its height, Petra was alive with merchants, priests, and artisans. Markets overflowed with incense and silk. Camels groaned under heavy loads, and musicians filled the streets with ancient melodies. The Nabateans lived in rock-cut homes and celebrated festivals honoring their gods and ancestors. Water flowed through the canals, feeding gardens and fountains. Petra wasn't merely a trade center, it was a living city where art, culture, and commerce thrived together, creating a harmony rarely seen in the ancient world. Every wall, carving, and inscription in Petra tells a profound story. The Nabatean script, an ancient precursor to modern Arabic, was meticulously etched into the stone. These inscriptions hold the names of kings, traders, and prayers offered to their gods, each one a snapshot of life in the ancient world. Archaeologists have uncovered these sacred texts on tombs and temples, allowing us to connect with the voices of those who once inhabited this remarkable city. The stones of Petra speak not with spoken words, but with timeless messages carved into their surfaces, whispers of ambition, devotion, and remembrance that have echoed through the canyons for centuries. The language of stone, though silent, continues to tell the tales of a lost civilization. As Christianity spread throughout the region, Petra adapted once again to the changing times. Ancient temples were transformed into churches, and frescoes of crosses replaced the old pagan symbols that had once adorned the city. Byzantine mosaics began to decorate new chapels, showcasing the shift from pagan rituals to Christian worship. Despite this religious transition, the legacy of Nabatean craftsmanship endured. The very stones that had once honored the god Dushara now bore the symbols of the new Christian faith, a testament to the city's resilience and ability to evolve. Petra, once a crossroads for trade, now stood as a crossroads of belief, where the ancient and the new coexisted in harmony. For over 1,000 years, Petra lay silent. The winds swept through empty streets, and the call of owls replaced the voices of traders. Sand buried the courtyards, and nature reclaimed the temples. Yet the city never truly died, it only slept. Hidden beneath layers of time, Petra waited for rediscovery, preserved by the very desert that once threatened it. In the 20th century, archaeological teams mapped, excavated, and restored Petra's ruins. The Jordanian government, with global partners, worked tirelessly to preserve this ancient wonder. Tourists began to arrive, walking the same paths once traveled by caravans. Yet preservation remains a challenge. Erosion, floods, and human impact threaten the fragile stone. Protecting Petra means balancing discovery with respect, ensuring the city's stories endure for future generations. In 1985, Petra was declared a UNESCO World Heritage Site, a recognition of its unmatched historical and cultural value. It stands today as one of the new 7 wonders of the world, drawing millions of visitors who marvel at its timeless beauty. Petra is not only a monument of the past, but also a lesson in endurance, creativity, and harmony with nature. It reminds humanity that great civilizations rise not only through power, but through imagination. Petra has become more than just an ancient city. It is the beating heart of Jordan's identity. A national treasure and a symbol of pride, Petra's image is seen on coins, stamps, and in the dreams of travelers from around the world. For the Bedouins who still call this land home, Petra represents much more than a tourist site. It is their heritage, their legacy, and their place of belonging. The lost city, once hidden beneath the sands of time, now stands open, inviting the world to witness its beauty and history. Every echo that resonates between Petra's towering cliffs tells a story of survival, resilience, and a deep connection to the land defining the soul of a nation that has withstood the test of time. Petra endures as more than stone and sand. It is the echo of humanity's desire to create, adapt, and dream. From Nabatean traders to modern explorers, its story bridges millennia. The lost city, once forgotten, now stands as a wonder reborn. In the golden light of dusk, the Treasury glows again, whispering to every visitor that beauty carved in harmony with nature never truly fades. Petra remains eternal, a masterpiece of faith, art, and the timeless will to endure.